guys, welcome to Live Life with Jay. Guys, I know that we're having a debate, but you gotta take it down a notch. Just take it down a notch. To calm down. I know that's not what you're trying to tell me to do. You trying to tell me to calm down? Oh, you need to calm down. Just because we're having a debate doesn't mean that it needs to be all extra like this, alright? Just listen to her. To Live Life with Jay. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell for notifications. I'm so excited that you have joined us. Today is going to be an interesting debate. So, different places, different people, I always hear different things about credit scores or using credit cards. And I was like, why not just give you all the information that I know right here so that you can be aware, right? I think that's the best thing. I'm just saying. So anyway, I'm gonna ask 7 questions and give you the best answers that we possibly can. And just to give you thinking so you can, make decisions on your own, because this is just not something that I'm telling you what to do or, oh yeah, let me go do that now. It's just options that you have, choices that you can make, and, just to give you a better insight of how things work. And that's pretty much it. So, a lot of things are difficult, right? Credit cards, a credit score, is to have or not to have. That is the question. All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate and get ready to ask questions and hear 2 points of views. You ready? You ready? Okay. First question. You ready? True or false? Do you need a credit card to rent a car? So, that's false, because if you have a bank account, you have a debit card, and you can just use a debit card. If you use a credit card, they hold less money on the credit card. Well, just make sure you have enough money on your debit card. And if you don't have enough money, then maybe you shouldn't rent a car. I think that you can still have the money in your debit card and just use the credit card, for safety reasons. A debit card has the same safety. Yes, but since it's your own money and something happens, then you have to wait longer to get your money back. Okay. Alright. Credit cards do work best. I see your point. But there's nothing wrong with using a debit card. Okay. Next question. You need a credit score. True or false? For sure you need a credit score now. You always need a credit score. No, you don't need a credit score. Well, first of all, everything asks for a credit score. Do you understand that score is the I love debt score? Understand that. But apparently this score is it's attached, your social security number is attached to you. You can't even scat, it's just there. It's yours. It's everybody looks at it if you want something. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And, they want you to acquire debt just to have a credit score. They want you to have debt so you can have a credit score. So, to get a credit score, you need debt. You need debt to have a credit score. Wait, what? Wait, what the? Yeah. Awkward. I'm just gonna. All right, next one. Teenagers need credit cards. Teenagers, I mean, they have to learn responsibility and they have to build their credit too. So, do you know more students drop out of school because of finances instead of academic failure? Let's teach them to save money early. How about that? Let's switch gears a little bit. I'm gonna move on to something else. Car payments are a way of life. True or false? I personally, this is not even a debate. I'm just gonna tell you what I personally do. All right, so I use cash for used cars. I pay cash, get a used car, even if it's a couple thousand. I mean, that's what I do. You gotta think about it. Like new cars, they lose 60% of its value in the first 5 years. The first 5 years, they do. All right, but what about leasing? What? You asking me that for real? So you realize that a lease is the most expensive way to operate, and then you turn it in and you have nothing left. So you paid all this money for all these years and you turn it in and it's not even yours. Okay. Debt consolidation saves interest. That's a real question. Debt consolidation saves interest. Okay. So absolutely not. You know, I'm not here to be judgmental, but that doesn't save interest. Like okay. Let's just rewind just a little bit. So let's say someone, they're not even like budgeting right. All right, let's just hypothetically, they're not even budgeting right and they want to consolidate all their stuff. Number one, you know what's the number one thing if they're not budgeting correctly? You know what's the number one? They're not gonna change their habits, like their behavior, their budget behavior. They're not gonna change it because, you know, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna consolidate. It lowered my payments, and yeah, the interest is a little lower, but it's gonna take longer because it extends it out. And what happens is, can I be real? Can I be honest with you? Can I? Okay. So what really happens is that they consolidate. I'm talking about the people that they don't handle their money correctly. They'll consolidate all their debt, right? And they'll make these minimum payments, and then they will go and get more debt. They'll start using another credit card. Or if they pay that credit card, they're going to go back to using it again. And that's like amazes me. So, and then so the debt snowball is the best thing because you go like you're paying lowest to highest and it makes a dent in it very quickly. And if you're debt consolidating all that stuff and now you minimize this payment, you're just gonna end up paying more interest. That's even real. That's real because now it's taking you longer to pay it. So yeah. Sorry, I could keep rambling. I apologize. Go ahead, keep going. One. Uni loans for college. Actually, I want to answer this one. If I can rewind time, this is my personal opinion. If I can rewind time, I would pay for college as I went. So what I mean by that is that I would have, while I was working, because I was working, I would have paid cash for college for whatever I could afford. So if I could afford a class or 2 classes, I would have paid for that up front, take the class and keep moving, no matter how long it was going to take me. Because being realistic, back then we're not really thinking of the cost, how much loans were actually taken out. You know, I barely qualified for financial aid. So my thought process is, if I could rewind time, the money that I was making, instead of spending it here and there, I would have saved it, paid for college right there and then, and it would have taken me longer. But if what I know now, if I knew then, it would have been a whole different ball game. Like, I wouldn't have been spending as much. I would have had budgeted correctly. I was working 3 jobs at one point, and it wasn't going to school. I'll tell you that much. So I wanted to answer that myself. That's my opinion, and I'm so serious that that's what I would have done. All right, so last question or comment or statement or true or false, whatever you want to call it, right? Debt is a tool and should be used to create prosperity. Okay, so like I think we kind of like figure out through this whole thing that, you know, is this really a debate, or is it really like, it's not really a debate with each other, right? Like, it's like how everything works, how everything is going on, like how we have to deal with society, right? Okay, so unfortunately, to rent a home, even when they check your car insurances, or when you wanna, you know, have a cell phone under your name, and to buy a home, it just seems like they check your credit. And they look at what previous debt you had. And it's just crazy because, you know, they want to know how you're able to pay debt, right? Are you good with paying your debt? You have the debt, are you good paying with it? Okay. And it's crazy. It boggles my mind. It doesn't make sense. And, you know, like, maybe in the first place, maybe they should have just never had debt. They should never have debt. Just don't have a score. We'll be great. Don't have a score at all. We'll be good. But anyway, that's the unfortunate stuff, and there's nothing we can really do about it except, you know, make the smartest decisions. This stuff kind of blows my mind. Like, it just absolutely sucks. Like, are there ways around it? Most. Is it easy? No. Is it impossible? No. But it's a lot of work. And it just, if you can be patient for certain items and be able to save for stuff, or, you know, if it's possible not to need your credit score, like, it's just so much with this. And like, it's very disappointing when I think about it, just how everything works. Thanks guys for listening, for watching. I hope that you guys got an idea out of this, how you feel about it. I don't know, leave some comments below. I'm interested in just what your thoughts are. To be honest, like, be transparent with me. These are just things that actually come out in real conversations with me and my besties. Like, we have these real conversations, and it's just something that we think about all the time, you know, things that we never thought about growing up, things that, like, we're thinking now, like, wow, this is serious, like, this is real, like, this is what happens. And, you know, there are times that we're like, we know that a lot of things need a credit score, but then that means we need debt. So it's kind of like this revolving door. And then, so it's good to know the pros and the cons of both. And I just appreciate for you guys being here today. So, you know, this was great. We had 2 different point of views, right? Amazing. I want to say I'm so proud of these 2 debaters. Like, no arguments. This was a great debate. Wish all these debates were just like this. Okay. Anyway, off topic. I personally myself, I don't want debt anymore. So I'm trying to get rid of all of it as fast as I can. And it'll take a while, and that's okay. I'm just over it. I don't want it. I don't want to be a slave to the lender anymore. I don't want to be the slave to the lender anymore. And that's something that's in the Bible that stuck with me, and I'm trying my best to get there. So I'm going to give you my opinion. This is not professional advice at all. So can I sit here and say no? Say buy the credit cards. It's the devil. No, I'm not going to do that. I will be honest and say that I do feel like debt is the devil. But that's just how I feel. So I'm going to say this with caution right now. If you are out of debt and you are at a point that you control your money, you tell your money where it's going, you have that control over your money, and you budget for every dollar that you earn, and you're not living paycheck to paycheck, then I would say if you need a credit card, sure, go ahead. However, include that credit card in your budget plan, in your spending plan, in your cash flow. Include it and be responsible for it. And that would be the best thing that you can do. If you absolutely need a credit card because you want a credit score, use it wisely. And that's my, personal advice, my opinion on that. And I just feel that credit cards need to be used with caution. And that's it. I have no judgment if you want credit cards or not. Like I said, I play devil's advocate. I have no judgment here. I have my own personal stuff, and I do my own personal things, and I can't sit here and just judge anyone for anything that they do. Have I used a credit card in years? No. Will I use one again? Maybe if it's something that it's a big purchase and I'm scared to hand over a big amount in my debit card, then maybe I will use that credit card. But guess what I'm going to do? Within 3 weeks, I am going to pay it so that it doesn't collect interest. So these are things that you should know. These are things that you need to think about or should think about. And if you have any questions, just feel free to comment. You can contact me on my website as always. If you have enjoyed this, share my video, like my video. Please leave some comments. If you need extra help, feel free to contact me. I'm here. Share my video, guys. Like my video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Share with everyone so we can share the educational information of financial literacy, just little bites at a time. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching.